Back to school season can be overwhelming, but with Quartz Ready Cash, we've got you covered. Get the cash you need from as low as $200 up to $15,000 fast and easy. With flexible payment plans and quick approval, you can focus on what matters most. Make back to school stress-free with Quartz Ready Cash. Apply now and get ready for success. Quartz Ready Cash. Ready when you are.
Saga Humane Society reminds you that if you see an animal that is abandoned, sick, being abused, or a dog that is being very aggressive, please report it immediately to Saga Humane Society at 226-3266. Saga cares about our community and is always available to serve. Saga, la Sociedad Protectora de Animales, les avisa que se encuentran un animal que está abandonado, abusado, enfermo o un perro muy agresivo. Por favor, llame a Saga de inmediato al número 226-3266. Saga, siempre con el interés de nuestra comunidad y siempre dispuestos a servir.
Welcome to Secret Beach Water Park Bar and Grill. Dive into endless fun on our one-of-a-kind floating water park. Splash, slide, and paddle your way through a day of excitement. Thirsty? Our beachside bar serves up refreshing drinks and creative cocktails that can hit the spot. Hungry? Our grill has something for everyone, from juicy burgers to fresh seafood. Our menu is packed with delicious options. Up for some friendly competition? Well, challenge your friends to a game of pool. Secret Beach Water Park Bar and Grill, where every moment is a memory waiting to happen. Fun for the whole family, all in one magical spot. Open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today and discover your new favorite escape.
Rising prices got you down? Well, let Benny's lift you up in these tough financial times. Right now, get low prices on construction materials, such as Plycem. And whenever you make a purchase, remember to get your B-Box, which is free money. Only at Benny's, quality and savings.
Pleasant good morning, San Pedro, and a pleasant good morning to our friends over in Key Caulker. We want to welcome you to another edition of Good Morning San Pedro. Today is Tuesday, the 29th of the month of October 2024. Again, this morning we are waking up to an overcast morning once more. And we will see whether we will have rain during the course of today and tonight. And for that, we will be taking a look at the general weather forecast provided to us by the Belize Met Service. The general situation calls for moist and unstable, and that is somewhat unstable conditions that will continue to linger over our area. The 24 forecast will be skies will be mostly cloudy, A few showers, periods of light to moderate rain or isolated thunderstorms will affect mainly northern and coastal areas this morning, and mostly central and inland areas this afternoon. Then shower activity will decrease and become isolated this evening, with a chance for a few more, mainly along the coast later tonight. The marine conditions, the winds will be light and variable, sea state will be choppy, and waves will be between 3 to 5 feet. The temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 85 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 29 degrees Celsius, and the lows will be 74 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 23 degrees Celsius. For inland areas, the highs will be 86 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 30 degrees Celsius, and the lows will be 72 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 22 degrees Celsius. And up in the hills, the highs will be 74 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 23 degrees Celsius, and the lows will be 65 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 18 degrees Celsius. The outlook for Wednesday and Wednesday night, the skies will be cloudy at times, as showers and thunderstorms will be generally isolated, with a few more occurring over inland areas Wednesday afternoon and mainly over northern and coastal areas on Wednesday night. Taking a look at the tides, a high tide will occur this morning at 8:13 and another one will occur tonight at 8:10. Low tide will occur this afternoon at 2:22 and another one will occur tomorrow morning at 2:54. The sun will set this evening at 5:22 and it will rise tomorrow morning at 5:50. The moon will set this afternoon at 3:43 and will rise tomorrow morning at 4:17. This is a general weather forecast provided to us by forecaster Tariq Matthews there at the Belize Meteorological Service. So we do expect more showers to occur during this morning. Weather should improve later on during the course of the day, and then we should have some showers affecting the coast tonight. So it looks like we have showers in our area for today. Now let's take a look at what's happening for the remainder of the week going into the weekend. For tomorrow, Wednesday, generally isolated shower activity, few more inland in the afternoon and the coast at night. The wind will be from the northeast at 5 to 10 knots, and the temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 86 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 78 degrees Fahrenheit. For inland areas, the highs will be 88 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 72 degrees Fahrenheit. On Thursday, a few showers or isolated thunderstorms. The wind will be from the northeast at 5 to 15 knots, and the temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 86 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 77 degrees Fahrenheit. For inland areas, the highs will be 90 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 72 degrees Fahrenheit. On Friday, a few showers or isolated thunderstorms. The wind will be from the northeast at 5 to 15 knots, and the temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 86 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 77 degrees Fahrenheit. For inland areas, the highs will be 88 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 72 degrees Fahrenheit. On Saturday, a few showers or isolated thunderstorms increasing at night. The wind will be from the northeast at 5 to 15 knots, and the temperatures here in the coast, the highs will be 85 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 78 degrees Fahrenheit. For inland areas, the highs will be 87 degrees Fahrenheit and the lows will be 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So we do expect showers tomorrow night, Wednesday. during the day should be okay. Then weather should be improving for Thursday and Friday. And then we have the showers back for Saturday, increasing on Saturday night. So it looks like we should have more rain coming in this week, but less than what we had yesterday. That is for sure. Thank you very much to the Belize Met Service for the general weather forecast and also for the 4-day forecast. Turning into the tropics, let's take a look at what's happening in the Atlantic. And when we click on the website, the first notice that we see there is that tropical cyclone activity is not expected during the next 48 hours. So for the next 2 days, we're pretty much clear in the Atlantic. But when we click on the 7-day forecast, there is something that is popping up right there in the Central Caribbean, and forecasters have been informing us about this particular area where there's the possibility of something developing there. It's a broad area of low pressure which is likely to develop over the southwestern Caribbean Sea in a couple of days. Gradual development is possible thereafter, and a tropical depression could form late this week or over the weekend while the system begins to drift northward or northeastward towards the central Caribbean Sea. Formation chance the next 2 days, it's low at 0%, and formation chance the next 7 days, it's medium at 40%. Not much has changed from when we looked at it yesterday. It continues to drift towards the northward or northeastward. So it's moving, it should be moving away from us. In the next couple of days, I guess we'll have a very good idea as to exactly where this will be heading, because by then it will start to develop a little bit more. So if it develops into a tropical depression, then there will be a projected path for this disturbance. For right now, it's around that area in the central Caribbean. Besides that area, the Gulf of Mexico is clear, and so is the remainder of the Atlantic. Thank you much to the National Hurricane Center for the update. Today is the 29th of October. For those of you waking up, we're celebrating birthdays today. Congratulations. We have a birthday greeting going out to Aurora Gonzalez, who's celebrating birthdays today. Dan, she will be celebrating one more year today. Lynn Daly is sending birthday greetings to Aurora Gonzalez, and we join Lynn in wishing our very good friend a happy birthday. May you have an enjoyable one. May you celebrate many, many more. And for those of you waking up celebrating birthdays on the 29th, we want to sing to you Las Mañanitas.
Mira que ya amaneció.
Congratulations to all those who are celebrating birthdays today. May you have an enjoyable one. May you celebrate many, many more. With that said, we'll go to a commercial break. We'll be right back. This is Good Morning San Pedro.
Captain Shark's Marine Center is San Pedro's favorite marine hardware store that proudly supplies boat owners, fishermen, snorkelers, divers, and any other water sport enthusiasts. With the largest inventory of fishing gear in Belize, we can help you enjoy the salt life and ocean outdoors with the perfect lure, rod and reel combo, and any other complimentary fishing tools such as bait knives, hook pliers, cast nets, and much more. If diving and snorkeling are your passions and hobby, then look no further for equipment. We carry a large assortment of masks, snorkels, fins, BCD vests, bodysuits, dive watches with reputable brands such as Cressy, Mattis, Tilos, and others. When you need to repair your fiberglass boat or Yamaha outboard motor, we offer the right materials and replacement parts to get the job done. Visit us at Lion Street opposite Maya Island Air or give us a call at 226-3370. And remember that for land and sea, Captain Sharks is the place to be.
The CB100 is efficient, durable, and has enhanced smart power. Being a Honda, of course, it's reliable and fuel efficient. Get around town with no worries because you get up to 100 miles to the gallon. And it's priced at an unbeatable $2,700. Honda CB100, available at Banquet. Equipment, parts, service.
Belize Real Estate Title Services, San Pedro's premier full-service title company for real estate and corporate services. Their real estate services include real estate closings, buyer and seller representation, title investigations, title transfer and closing documents, first registration, rectification of title, applications for lost land certificates, deletion on death of a joint proprietor, cancellation of mortgage documents and discharges, and non-resident applications for permission to buy property in Belize. Their corporate services include company formations, business name registrations, registered agent services, annual filings, appointment and resignation of directors, transfer and allotment of shares, and re-registration of foreign and domestic companies. For all your real estate and corporate-related services, contact Belize Title Services. Licensed to represent foreign and domestic clients, Belize Real Estate Services has moved, now located on the second floor of the Four Sisters Plaza. Contact them at 226-3968. That's 226-3968. Belize Real Estate Title Services, your full-service title company.
Welcome to Secret Beach Water Park Bar and Grill. Dive into endless fun on our one-of-a-kind floating water park. Splash, slide, and paddle your way through a day of excitement. Thirsty? Our beachside bar serves up refreshing drinks and creative cocktails that can hit the spot. Hungry? Our grill has something for everyone, from juicy burgers to fresh seafood. Our menu is packed with delicious options. Up for some friendly competition? Well, challenge your friends to a game of pool. Secret Beach Water Park Bar and Grill, where every moment is a memory waiting to happen. Fun for the whole family, all in one magical spot. Open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Visit us today and discover your new favorite escape.
don't use it around here. I have my own bag.
Where can I get one of those?
Get between Belize City, Keycocker, and San Pedro on a ferry faster than anyone else with Caribbean Sprinter. You better Belize it. Get with us online at sprinter.bz.
Back to school season can be overwhelming, but with Quartz Ready Cash, we've got you covered. Get the cash you need from as low as $200 up to $15,000 fast and easy. With flexible payment plans and quick approval, you can focus on what matters most. Make back to school stress-free with Quartz Ready Cash. Apply now and get ready for success. Quartz Ready Cash, ready when you are.
In the studios of Reef Radio and Reef TV, it's 20 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. We want to welcome you back once more. This is Good Morning San Pedro. It's already the 29th of the month of October 2024. And what a Monday we had coming into Tuesday morning. A whole lot of rain since Sunday, actually Sunday night it started. Rained all day yesterday and raining this morning. How is the weather treating my good friend Oscar Eboy? Oscar, a pleasant good morning to you.
Pleasant good morning, Eden. Good morning, San Pedro. Hope everybody is enjoying a little bit of weather. Well, yesterday I went snorkeling all day in that rain. So
you still had a trip yesterday.
We had a trip. Well, people come and they want to do it. So, but the beauty of here, the sun comes out and in and out, and we have seen the impacts of these what we call global warming. Because I haven't seen this in years on this island.
I'm telling you, it has been a while. We got this type of rain here. It rained more than what it did for the tropical storm.
Yes, it did. And that is very important. Why we should protect our natural resources and environment. And that is the whole reason we're here this morning, Eden. We have a situation that's been going on for a little while, and today I want to dedicate this show to the people of San Pedro. Today is your day to call in your concerns, because I know you're out there eager to talk about this situation, because I see it every day. I meet people on the road and they talk about it. So this show is not about me today. It's not about our island. It's about you. So this morning is where I invite you to be tuned to Reef Radio, so we can go over these concerns, because we are the only people that can do anything about it. We have seen, I hate bringing up that it's political, but we have seen politicians just they come up with excuses to these things, and it's really going to affect us in the longer run. Because it's very important. I have seen right now that destruction, because every time I go around on my boat, I have to go behind the island. And every time I pass back at Eden, or the video is going to show that they're going out farther and farther out, like they want to touch the next side of the island. You know where Brahma Blue there? That thing done there, you almost have to go way and up with the boat, because they dredge so far out. So and that is dangerous.
Yeah, they're filling more of the lagoon.
They're filling more of the lagoon, and that.
I think you shared a video with us this morning, and I want you to explain exactly where this area is, so that we can get a good idea of what you're talking about.
This right here is right there, the new road when I make to go to San Pedrito. Right as you turn the curve there, right there when I full up the lagoon.
Okay, that's where it started, right?
That's the way it started. But I love nature. I noticed that the lagoon, they come back. And that water, they try find itself, because there was a whole lagoon in that whole area there. that was a lagoon, and they fill it up. And if you notice all the way to the end, you will see the red buoys there. That is where how far they're going. But that area is right back there. And this is just a part of San Pedro. This is not all what they're doing. And this is a whole area touching San Pedrito. The whole area you see there. And that area was a lagoon. It was not filling up. So the water it's common sense. You don't need a scientist to tell you that water need to find a way out of the area. And I noticed the lagoon, it done the flood.
So that more than likely we will see more sand being dumped there, or
yes, there's a big pile. I saw the video I show up on one of my lives. I show there's a big pile of sand right there. So I look at it, dig out of the lagoon and then pile it up there. That is like our Alan Bat move. Honestly, you could see that they see sand and they dig out of the lagoon, they dredge, then they put it there. And to fill up.
Yeah, to fill up the lagoon, right?
To fill up the lagoon.
So there are two things that we see here.
Yeah, there's
the lagoon,
two concerns.
The lagoon and the cutting of the mangrove.
And the cutting of the mangrove. And they're digging out the lagoon also. The next side, that is where they take all the sand to put there.
Is there a department or individuals monitoring what is happening there?
I don't
Have
see
you
nobody.
seen somebody that you believe?
The only one I see that are BWS lay pipe. That's all. But nothing, there's no environmental. The last time we have our minister saying that, like the people are already paid for the land and this and that, and none of these are excuses. These are natural resources. You can take what these lands. The same way how you put laws up and down, you can just take away the land and get it back and give it back to the nation. Even because it's not natural. Even if they use the excuse that the previous government gave it away and then they have to go with the, no, these are excuses where need for done. Because the land, it's natural. You cannot be digging that just to give somebody a piece of land. And then the next thing, we have some of the worst investors, attracted to Belize. I love expats. We have a couple investors that do, but right now we're having some of the worst. Because this will commit a big destruction. For example, we have right front of Alaya. The dredge front of Alaya, and the reef is right there. The barrier reef is right there. Now you go there, go dive and snorkel in, you could see all the sediment top of the coral. You the dredge bill and duck right there, so that you destroy our reef, man.
So let me ask you this, Oscar, because I know that you're an activist, right? And you bring to the attention issues like this to the community. You do lives every now and then on your personal Facebook page. But what are your colleagues, tour guides, other activists, what are they saying about all of this?
Well, to be honest, I talked to our president from our Tour Guide Association, and he's planning, and we're planning to do something, maybe a demonstration. So Billy is always out there, fighting and trying to, better off. He's always concerned about these things. So I'll give him the pleasure to say that he's one of the persons that I have talked to, and that he's willing to do something, and we will be planning a demonstration about this.
Do you see that that this particular area that you showed the video on, that's the biggest one that's happening right now, right?
So far, that is the biggest one, but we have hidden ones. We have one right here behind San Juan that the other day I passed by the boat, I never see it good. But when I noticed it, they cover it with a couple mangrove, like in a shore. That's another one that they don't dump top of the lagoon. And that is where, sardines, they come. Sometimes
I was going to ask you for you to explain to us the importance of those lagoons and the importance of the mangrove.
It's very important because that is where the fish, you ever snorkel between mangrove before?
Yes.
All right, you'll see some lee barracudas like this. There's a lee snapper like that. Because that's where they stay for a certain part of their lifetime. So after that, they could go into open water.
Okay.
So it's very important to the fishing industry. And then we're killing it. We're killing it. So we're not going to be having a future, especially with all these natural disasters coming in. and then you destroying this. And apart from that, the importance of the mangrove is to protect the island, from washing away. That is one of the main protection that it plays. Is a barrier to the island. Mm-hmm. Without that, waves and things will come right over the island.
Right through, right?
Right through, because that is a barrier. That is very important. Because we normally get hurricanes from the front and the back, with this destruction here, a back hurricane will destroy the whole road, the whole airstrip going. With a hurricane come with water. Will be a big destruction. You don't need one scientist or anybody to tell you anything. Then. It's really common sense.
Yep. Now that you mention, the storms, I remember that most of the destruction was done on the eastern side of the island. All the docks came down, and during Keith, most of the destruction came on the western side of the island. So you're right. And storms are very unpredictable.
They are very unpredictable. And then the mangroves is just like the barrier reef. The barrier reef is right there for a reason. Mm-hmm. Without that barrier reef, the last time we had the hurricane come by, I got up one of them, way top of one of them building there, and I noticed how the waves that they come in and they slam right at the reef and they stop. You imagine a 10-foot wave reach all the way up on the island. The straight crossing going. Got nothing to stop it. But thanks to the barrier reef, stop it. And the same thing happened from the back. The mangrove will protect. Because when the hurricane comes, the waves they get big, The waves they get big, they just come direct over the island. And that is the main important. And then our politicians need to get the act together. And you know what? This island is already overpopulated. This would, more investment to help the... No. It's already overpopulated. You could see the situation where the golf carts already. All right, that is, you could see that. People, all you are do, if the more hotels and buildings you build, you are create an impact on the economy, because then you will have 3 hotels with 3 rooms full, and then they are all over the place. Instead of have one hotel done pack, Mm-hmm. And then it will trap our economy, because people will start make less money. You will have hotels like with 3 rooms, one next one will have 5 rooms, occupied.
Yeah.
Because then it will be too much. There's too much buildings already on the island. You see these trucks every day, up and down, and that's our next situation where it happened by this island. Up and down until something really bad happened, then they will come out to cry. But this thing need to stop. It have to stop now. We cannot wait until our next election or the next one come in. No. That will stop, because the same nonsense the two are in it do. Same nonsense. So we need people who really care, all right, and start working on their own mind, not for what the heads of states to tell them to do.
For right now, what is it that you would demand from the Department of the Environment and other entities that are instrumental in giving the green light?
They need to be a green light, because right now we are still in a situation of hurricane. Hurricane not done until the end of November. And with these rains that we're having right now, it not long to make one come. And that's why the green line need to be done now. They need to stop, because the lagoon...
Let's go to the telephone line, Oscar. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Aiden. Good morning, Oscar.
Good
morning, San Pedro. Good morning, Key Cocker. Buenos días, San Pedranos. Buenos días, amigos de Cayucaco.
Morning, Billy.
Aiden,
yes.
Aiden, if you allow me a few minutes to try to shed some light of this very critical activity that is happening. I normally would like to express to our officials this. People no buy pussy in a bag. As a Creole saying, you have to know what you are purchasing. These investors purchase mangrove wetlands. They don't buy land. So they should not be allowed to go back to the Department of the Environment, the Forestry Department, to any minister that is involved in allowing them to fill these critical areas. So people know what they're purchasing. We should not give in to them coming and then say, let's fill it out. The first point I want to bring across, Aiden, is the activity that is happening on the island. On the north side of the island, you have 4 different private companies that are dredging out, digging out, removing the solid substrate of our island. They are putting it into trucks and trucking them back and filling the delicate mangrove wetlands. Those wetlands are very important to the survival of our reef. Many times you hear people say, fisherman, they kill out all of the fish. Well, a commercial fisherman is selective. He will pick the fish he wants to take out, and then many are left out there to reproduce. Now, this activity about filling the root system of the mangrove, you are killing all of tomorrow. You are killing all of the fish, the lobster, the conch that will make its way back to the reef. There will be no chance of reproduction because they don't make it to life. It is sad to see that we can, as humans, complain about things that are hampering us. But who is there to speak for the birds? Who is there to speak for the crocodiles? Who is there to speak for the thousands of insects that are food to all of the other creatures? Who is there to speak for the lobster, the shrimp, the conch, the coral reef? They don't have a voice. The voice should have been, and it's set up by our dear departed past Prime Minister George Price. He thought of the environment. The type of ministers and government officials that we have today, they don't think of tomorrow. They only think about their salary and what can be done today. We have to think of the future. That is very critical. When those trucks are passing back and forth, they're destroying the little investment that the current town council is putting. The roads should last a good while, but they're not going to last because they are being strained by excessive weight of these humongous trucks, of which they should not have allowed anything more than a 6-wheeler on this island. Those 10-wheelers are too much. That bridge will not last the time that they were told it will last, because every minute those trucks are passing back and forth. The part that upsets me the most with the trucks is the way they conduct their activity. They pass by the school areas, and they have to honk their horn, and they have to rev their motors because they pass through a bump. They were designated to use the back street, but they don't use it because there's too many curves. They prefer using the middle street and go and make a lot of noise. The traffic officers need to pay attention to that, because as a high school teacher, it upsets me when you're trying to teach. And I teach at night, and it also happens at night. They just disrupt the flow of your teaching. Oscar mentioned a very critical point a while ago. All this fill that they're putting in these delicate areas have made its way to the reef. As a scuba diver, I am seeing it outside of the reef. I am hoping that our manager for the Marine Reserve is paying attention to this, because diving outside of Holchan and also snorkeling, as Oscar said, at the reserve, that sediment has reached the coral reef. We cannot continue to allow this to happen. The Department of the Environment needs to get off of that cushy seat that they like to sit and start to do their job. Send their people out there to investigate and put a stop to it before we end up with are ruins of coral reef. We won't have corals, we'll just have dead rocks out there. People don't realize these investors, as Oscar said, are bad type of investors. They have no money. They come out here and they convince the government to give them permissions to do certain activities. Once that permit is given, they go out and then start to look for financiers. That's a bad type of investors. You want investor that says, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z if I am allowed. And then the Department of the Environment gets in and say, this is too much. This you have to cut down. Do it in this way. That is the way sustainable development should go. San Pedro has reached to what we call beyond its carrying capacity of development. There is no mangrove on the east side of our island. Everything has been dredged out, chopped down, taken out. We mentioned to our officials the one by Mexico Rocks. They were stopped, for 2 weeks? 3 weeks later, they went out and they completed the damage by removing completely all of the mangroves. What does our officials do? The same thing we do, cross their hands. That is totally, totally wrong. The biggest attraction to this island, apart from the marine section of scuba, snorkel, sailing, is fly fishing. And fly fishing we identified in the past as the $1 million investing to Belize, right? Every bonefish will bring in a tourist, and the total amount of money we looked at was every bonefish could produce $1 million to this country every year. And that is one of the reasons they were protected, because there's more to gain than to allow it to go into a pot and served at home. I miss the bonefish. I grew up eating bonefish, from panades to boyos and so forth. But we realize that there is more to gain by leaving it alone. Now, when you're destroying these delicate mangrove wetlands, you are taking away that. We will have bajos, but no fish. We will have this cement seawalls, but no fish. We are not being sustainable with these decisions. And you cannot turn back and say, the past government sold it, so we have to allow them to develop. Listen, you don't buy something not knowing what you're buying. They are very conscious that they bought mangrove wetlands, so they should not be allowed to fill. That is very critical, because you're taking away what a lot of guides are living by. And sometimes we fail to show that it's not only about the tour guides that do the fishing. We fail to show it. Let's look at how we learned during COVID that without the tourists, Belize is like chicken without head. They don't know what activity to do is not bringing in money. The agriculture cannot sustain this country. Tourism is critical, and we have to look at it and know how to protect it right. We cannot allow a few investors to come out here and start destroying. And what we are seeing is only around Ambergris Key. If you look at it, it is happening countrywide. So it is telling you that it's not the lower government official causing this, but it's coming from the top. Because they're the final decision makers to say, slow down until we find a proper impact assessment. The impact assessment should be where a developer will show you the damages, what are we going to lose, and who will benefit. And when we talk about benefit, we should say this. When development comes into our country, that development should improve the lives of the people of this country. If a developer puts a hotel, he will attract people to come and work there. But where do those people stay? They have to go look for the lowest income places to stay. And then these days of rain, what do you think they do? They have, the boots does not work for the kids to go to school. The high school had to close today. I don't know why the elementary school didn't close, because there's a lot of kids that practically have to swim out of their houses today. All of this points right back down to allowing people to fill mangroves.
Exactly.
We need to keep pounding into the heads of our officials the importance of mangroves. If I had the opportunity to be in the House of Representatives, I would have switched the mahogany to the mangrove, because the mangrove does more good to our country now than what it was doing, the mahogany doing in the past. We removed the mangroves, and it's so sad that they don't see this, Aiden. It is only 3.4% of our area that has mangrove. Look how tiny, 3.4. Yet we are allowing them to chop, groom, remove, fill as they will. That is so sad.
Billy, one question. I had asked Oscar earlier, what is the conversation that you're having with your general membership, and what's their feeling with all of this that is happening?
Aiden, I cannot find a tour guide that doesn't know the importance of the mangrove and the activity that is happening. I just completed a tour guide training with 45 new tour guides. We're going to have our graduation next week. But we put some video together, and we're coming up with a video that we will share nationally. We keep going to the Department of the Environment. We keep going to the Forestry Department. We keep doing all of these activities to try to get some sense to them, right? If our actions do not end up where they should, we're then going to plan a very large demonstration. We're going to start to tackle the government officials so that they can hear us. If we're going to their offices and we're going to their buildings and we're asking, we're requesting, we're doing it amicably, and they don't want to listen, well, then we will wait till the political era comes in, and then we will hit them where it is the hardest.
Have you seen the plans of the development that Oscar shared this morning? Oscar is claiming, that it seems that the developer is feeling more and more of the lagoon. How far are they going? Have you seen any of their plans?
We have. You see, they give you a plan of a piece. They don't give you the full plan. And then they come out here because they know there is no government official checking their work. That's some of the saddest things that we have here.
Billy,
you can have the most beautifulest of laws, but if you don't have enforcement, those laws have no value.
Billy, yesterday I drive because I had to do a tour, and I went out because I have to pass through the back there. And normally yesterday it got farther. I show a video, but yesterday the rain, so I couldn't. How far they have their red buoys? He almost look for reach Baba Brew.
Yes.
That's how far they have it.
The red buoys that you see, they're marking where the pipe is passing through for the dredge that they're using, no?
Mm-hmm.
So, but like I say, there's no enforcement, so they keep going as they will.
And then they go farther and farther out because you see that they fall out more and more.
Part of this is that government officials are involved in this development. So how do you stop a development? How do you slow down a development? How do you alter a development when the same people that have the power to change laws or enforce laws are the ones that are involved? That's what we're faced with. We're also faced with, you look up north by the beautiful Bacalar Chico National Park and Marine Reserve. A guy just posted out, and it's flying around in Facebook, about another mega development up north. Right? So, and these developments are not subjected to what the law is saying. The law is saying that you must come to the public and share your proposed development so that the public can have an opportunity to say, but wait, man, I've been fishing there, I've been hunting there, I've been working there. This is going to hamper me. How am I going to now be allowed to change? Will you help me change? Will you do something so that I don't lose because you want to gain? These are the reasons for public consultations.
Well, Billy, since since you already went to all these NGOs and tried to get and they're not listening, what are we waiting for to make a stand? Because if they're already developing somewhere else, that means they're not
that the NGOs are not listening. As a matter of fact, the NGOs are on our side.
I mean, not the NGOs. So I mean the Department of the government. Well, if they're not listening, it's time to make we put a stand, because if they're already starting somewhere else, they don't have no kind of they don't want to stop. So it's time that we make a stand, and this is the perfect time right now.
Yeah, but you know me very well, Oscar. I go with proper planning. I don't like to just jump and make noise.
Yeah, but
there is no
well, like I said, start to plan it.
Start to plan it. In our group, and just so the public realize what we're doing, is we have the San Pedro Tour Guide Association. We have the San Pedro Tour Operators Association. We have the Ambergris Fishing Guide Association. Okay, and we're going out there and we have the support of all of the NGOs. But we want to come out with something that is properly planned so that the message goes the right way. Because if we just jump right now, we will attract a few and it won't show the right message.
Because remember, it
has to go through proper planning.
It affects the whole island. It affects every residence, not only tour guides. Everybody affects.
We have to go with proper planning.
Yeah, because it affected the whole island. All these, all this flooding, these kids to school. This is one of the reasons, because of all the cutting down of the mangroves. We're getting over flooding. So the people, I think, even the islanders, everybody, not even in the tour guide business, are frustrated about that.
Mr. Bailey, I want to thank you for giving us a call, right? And we ask that you keep us updated as to any development coming out from the Tour Guide Association.
Aiden, I will depend on your continued support, because prior to doing that, we will come out on the media to request the support of the general public that is not attached to these associations, right? So, like I said, we are planning and we want to make a proper plan and we want to do it and attack it the right way.
Okay, thank you very much, Billy. Have a good day, all right?
Thanks, Billy.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
So, a number of points Mr. Billy did bring to our attention. It's not like they are not knocking on doors. They are visiting those departments to find out what is the situation, what's the status, how far will they go. And as you mentioned, and he rightly mentioned, if you can't reach to where you're supposed to go, then other measures will have to be taken.
And that is important. He mentioned that he's been knocking on doors and nobody is paying attention. And that is very critical to it. And it's very critical that you as a politician that's in office, that's supposed to be doing the right thing, you are getting this concern and not even seen a press conference or something and say, you know what, I will try to do something about it. All we have heard, I won't call names, but the last person they asked that question to, Ali said that the people already paid for the land and they can't do nothing about it. But like how Billy mentioned, they did not buy land, they buy mangrove. So there's no way that you have to honor that. So that is very important to hear that they have been knocked on doors and nobody's paying attention.
For major developments, correct me if I'm wrong, for major development there has to be public consultation and an EIA needs to be approved.
Yes, they always, and that is one thing with Belize. Like,
do you recall or remember whether there was one for the development that is happening with the dredging of the lagoon?
Not one. Not I don't recall nothing because I know our president always mostly he attends all those kind of meetings and he would have mentioned it on our chat group.
Good morning, caller.
Buenos días, Aiden. Buenos días, San Pedro. Este es Will, a la Miña Senior.
Don Will, ¿le puede bajar un poquito a su tele o a la radio?
Sí, cómo no. Ajá.
Ok, don Will,
Estaba
díganos.
escuchando el programa de hoy por la mañana y es un asunto que yo paso por ahí casi todos los días, aquí por la laguna, y me rompe el alma realmente ver lo que ha estado ocurriendo con este pueblo de San Pedro. Dios me ha dado la bendición de vivir 80 años y puedo decir que he visto dos San Pedros, el de antaño y el de ahora, y puedo ver una gran diferencia por la razón de que hoy día parece ser que el interés que gobierna este pueblo o quizás el país es dinero. Nos olvidamos de nuestro medio ambiente, nos olvidamos de cosas muy importantes para la vida de nuestros hijos, de nosotros y de todos los que han de venir después de nosotros. Y ya no nos preocupamos por lo que pase, solo es dinero. Yo esperaba ver esto porque, como tú sabes, yo estaba envuelto en club de servicios como Leones, y en ese entonces formamos un grupo de Leos que eran Leones Juniors, y el propósito de este club era para enseñar liderato. Teníamos 75 jóvenes que nuestros sueños eran prepararlos como buenos líderes para la comunidad. Desgraciadamente se derrumbó, se acabó por falta de líderes. De ahí yo podía prever de que en el futuro íbamos a tener un gran problema, porque no teniendo líderes van a venir personas durante nuestro desarrollo y van a ser los que van a tomar decisiones y acciones sobre lo que debe ser bajo nuestra propia responsabilidad. Hoy día parece ser que muy pocas personas, como este muchacho Oscar que hoy estoy conociendo, y Billy, que es una persona que siempre se ha mostrado, pero hay muy pocas personas como líderes ahorita para defender estos o denunciar estos problemas que tenemos. Olvidamos que la naturaleza tiene una ley perfecta. Y cuando nosotros rompemos esa ley, tarde o temprano vamos a pagar por ello. Eso es definitivo. Ahorita como dijo Oscar, llega a venir un mal tiempo, que sea como entró un Janet Kit, que entraron por la parte de atrás de la isla. Muchos olvidan o no saben lo que es un huracán verdaderamente. Eres hablando de la parte de desastre, pero estoy seguro que pasaría algo así y va a haber una gran destrucción. Porque un huracán no solo es oleaje, es la creciente que trae, ahí que traen hasta 8 pies de creciente y encima viene el oleaje. Todo eso que han puesto ya, en un rato se lo puede jalar otra vez a la laguna, pero de una forma ya destruido, ya no es natural. Eso ya no va a ser natural, jamás. Eso ya se echó a perder por muchísimo tiempo. Si lo vemos por el otro lado, que es el lado de la vida marina, yo trabajo en un sitio que tú lo conoces, Cayo Cangrejo, donde hay mucho manglar y que ahí estaban ya a punto de venderlo también desarrollarlo en cosas de turismo. Gracias a Dios cambió ese gobierno a tiempo y le pedí al nuevo representante que lo convirtiera en una zona de protección, una reserva para que no puedan trabajar ahí, porque ya estaban todos los pegs alrededor de la isla. Yo puedo ver que de ese manglar sale todo tipo de vida marina, hasta los pájaros de agua honda, esos que ves, esos negritos, hasta esos salen de ahí y se van al mar. Cuando tú estás destruyendo el hábitat de la vida marina, tú estás destruyendo tu futuro.
Exactamente.
Tarde o temprano vamos a sentir que nos fuimos en un abismo, porque nosotros ahorita contamos con turismo, pero el turismo siempre ha sido un negocio falso. El turismo no nos pertenece a nosotros. Ellos que son los que tienen dinero, ellos son los que deciden venir acá. El día que nos toque un mal tiempo que destruya, mientras más grande la destrucción, más tardas para recuperar tus hoteles, tus maneras de trabajo, y ellos con su dinero van a buscar otros sitios para ir a divertirse. Y eso ya no va a regresar a la isla. Una vez que se vayan para otro lado, olvídate. Esto es falta de liderato. Podemos estar culpando a un gobierno y el otro al otro, y así va la cosa, como un voleibol. Pero en realidad tiene que haber un paro. Tiene que haber una manera de parar esto, reflexionar y ver dónde estamos y qué vamos a hacer de ahora en adelante. Porque los que están allá arriba no les importa esto. Ellos están haciendo dinero con todo lo que está ocurriendo. Es un tiempo de, especialmente pescadores, guías de turistas, tomen conciencia todos, porque fíjense ahorita, hay cantidad de muchachos que se están saliendo de las escuelas, de los colegios, y la mayoría de ellos están buscando ser guía de turista. No hay personas que están buscando estudiar para el medio ambiente, no están buscando para marine biologist o buscando algo que sea para el ecosistema. No están buscando ese tipo de estudio. Y eso es lo que nos está haciendo falta para que sean las voces fuertes de esta comunidad, para que pueda poner un paro a todas estas cosas que yo no sé, yo pienso que ya estamos bastante dañados y ya estamos cortos de tiempo para esto, pero la lucha siempre se puede hacer.
Don Abía, tengo una pregunta.
Palabras para traer a conciencia.
Tengo una
sanpedrano que pesca en el mar, que pesca, que vive de esta vida turística, porque todos lo vamos a sufrir. Muchas gracias.
Don Abía, tengo una pregunta antes de que se vaya. Usted que tiene experiencia de esta isla, ¿usted cree si por el caso la isla recuperáramos esa área, ya vio la área donde está allá por San Pedrito, donde están haciendo, donde tiraron todo ese mangrove? ¿Será que el mangrove, si lo sembramos, podría salir otra vez?
El mangrove puede salir, pero no olviden que esto es una cosa natural. Necesita cosas que nosotros tratamos de suplementar, de suplir, pero va a tomar tiempo. Va a tomar mucho tiempo. Y eso que tú estás viendo que destruyeron, tardó muchísimos años para tenerlo ahí, para crecer, y en un instante lo derrumbaron, lo destruyeron. Eso se puede restablecer, pero tal vez nosotros no vamos a llegar a verlo.
Ok, don Will, gracias por su llamada.
That would be
Okay, tenga buen día.
That would be something that, because believe me, my fight is to take back that land. Take back the land from them people. Because that, like how Billy said, they were sold mangroves. They were not sold land. So I don't think they're not entitled to that. And one of the main thing, like we have people where go, you see where they do the reef. I think they go to the mangrove and plant it back. You know, probably like you said, we're never gonna see it. No lo vamos a ver nosotros, pero nuestros, you know, futuro lo pueden ver.
Yeah, I hear you.
Porque esa área, that area right there is critical, Eden, because that area is a big open area. So if we have any storm from the back, that water will go straight over the airstrip, right across. The last storm will come straight across because
so there is no mango to stop. So
there's nothing to stop there. Nothing to stop.
I hear you. All right. So we heard from Billy. We've heard from Don Will, and we have listened to you, Oscar. So I believe that that more than likely something will be happening.
Something have to happen. It's not will. It have to.
Good morning, caller.
Yes, sir. Good morning, Mr. Eden.
Morning.
Morning, Dan. Morning, Oscar.
Morning.
This is Mr. Abner Bakab calling in this morning, early this morning, no?
Yes, Abner. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Abner.
Well, I've been listening to all the, discussion, the information being shared, and I heard Mr. Billy spoke, Oscar, about the destructions of the mangrove affecting our ecosystem, our natural resources, and all these important things, no? I think that the destruction has been happening for many, many years, and until now, we're hearing, trying to do a protest, trying to do many other things, no? The question is it too late already, Mr. Eden? Or we still have time to save the little bit that is there?
It's never too late, brother, to put your voice across. Absolutely never too late.
Never too late.
Yes. Which is good, no? But I think a lot of destruction has been done when it comes to the mangrove, all the dredging and all of these things that are happening, no? So I think it's time to stand up. I don't think we can allow so much time to pass. If we allow so much time to pass, there will be more destruction and more destruction, no? So time is important, You said it's not too late, but more destruction is happening in the time that is being allowed for all these things to happen, no?
It's not too late, Abner, but we got to start now. We got to start now.
Yes.
We can't wait for next month or something like that, because right now, the more we wait, I notice that they go farther out of the lagoon. Tomorrow I'll be out there and I'm going to be sharing some videos how far they go. They almost want to touch the next side of the island.
Yes, so the other issue I wanted to touch is the people that represent us, the people, no? Our mayor or area rep. These people are the ones that should be spearheading all these projects, all these things to try to put a stop to all the destruction that's been happening, no? And you barely hear anything from them, no? I heard Mr. Billy said he just certified, or he's going to certify 50 tour guides. If we don't take care of our reef, where are these people going to work, Mr. Eden, Oscar?
Yep.
More tour guides, then less work, less corals. It's not going to be beneficial. So at some point, we're going to have to really sit down and think about all of these things, no? So, but in all, Mr. Eden, these departments, organizations are not doing their job, not only here in San Pedro, like what Mr. Billy said, but basically all over Belize, So people are buying properties, places here, mangroves, and they're building and, refilling all these mangroves. So recently I saw a video that's been circulating on Facebook about how our mangroves protect our island, no? I hope a lot of people did see it. I know somebody shared it here in San Pedro, so it was something very good. But Mr. Eden, I just wanted to call a little bit and put some more information on it. Me personally have a lot of issues that are coming up. I've been silent for a while. I've been taking it easy, Mr. Eden, but it's time to stand up and get all these issues out and make sure that the people know what's happening here in San Pedro, no? So I just wanted to share that for a little bit for you, and, let's keep working together. Thank you, Mr. Eden.
Thank you, Abner. Have a good day.
Bye.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning. Good morning, Aiden.
Morning.
I love the program this morning. So is Shelly.
Hey, Michelle. Morning.
I need to explain something about the mangroves. My property is right across from my Suarez's house, and I have property up to the lagoon. Okay. When I moved in here, I had a big hole. It was a huge swamp. It was a barcadero, and a huge mangrove tree. When Mitch came, both of my neighbors on both sides lost their places. My neighbor next on the right, on the north side, had a store. And my neighbor on the other side, which was Miss Ida and Mr. Roy, and the Acostas. And you know that in my house, even my outlets are a foot high from the ground, and I'm ground floor. And I'll tell you something, not even the sponge from the bathroom get wet. I have a huge mangrove tree in the south side of my property. And even when Mitch came in, everything, a lot of these people lost their home, their refrigerators, their beds, their everything. The shop next door, gone, 5 foot high in Zola Agua. In my house, nothing came in. And I have forever fought for mangrove. I fought for mangrove at that place there by the marina. I called and I called and I called, and nobody answered. The guy that owns that huge hotel down south, I'm telling you, he chopped all of the mangroves and put a barbed wire on it. Now the mangrove has grown. But you know what? Anybody that gets into position, they parade and they march with you and do all of the stupidest things that you want them to do until they're in power. And it doesn't matter, like Mr. Will said, I will copy him. No importa quien sea, they don't care. And it is so, so sad, because I am living proof of what the mangrove does. And in front of me, I reported it. I called the radio the other day when the minister was there. Nobody came to see me. Every day they're chopping the mangrove that is in front of my house, across from the lagoon. And it's so sad. This is a sad situation. And know what is happening? That these people have so much power that most of the entertainment of the government's affair is done in some of these huge hotels. And it's a shame. So who are you going to ask? And who is going to help? So you know what? I don't know what to say. It's very sad. But I am living proof of how the mangrove has saved this island. And people are complaining about the rain, yes, porque todos quieren casa, pretty house, and they chop down the mangrove. And the mangrove is such an important thing about this community. If we see the old photographs of one house here and another house 3-4 blocks away, because there's mangrove, because that is how this island was. So, you know what? It's so sad that there's no help. It doesn't matter who comes in, who goes out, same of the same. And it is such a shame, because the same people, Oscar, the Arceos, Billy Leslie, and a few people are the same people that are fighting for our community. And you know what? People listen to us, they look at us, and they do a lot of, but they don't follow. If we don't get together, nothing is going to happen. Let's drop whatever colors are around us. We, the people, are the ones that have to stand up for this place and for our business. This is our bread and butter.
Exactly what I always say, Mom. We need to stand up and unite as one, because it's affecting us. Like I said, the politicians are there for time. They don't care. They get their money, come out, and they continue their lives. But we have children, grandchildren coming up, and we are the one that need to stand. And I love how you say that we, the community, are the one, because they are not going to stop. So we are the one that have to stop them.
I think Michelle got. Yeah. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Aiden.
Yes, morning.
We're talking, everybody's talking right now. Why don't we get together today? Not tomorrow, not the next day. Today, because we're just talking right now. Everybody goes home, and the dump truck not stop past here. Not even the rain didn't respect yesterday. And we need to do it today, not tomorrow, today. Because this is getting out of hand. We just talk and talk and talk, and nobody does nothing. And the man, the minister, the home, the listening to the laugh at our he come out and wave the hand at the people and everything is fine.
I totally agree with you.
Today.
I totally agree with you.
Why they say 6 months? Because election they come and they wash the people brain. So then they say, oh, let's do it. Let's tell them we're going to start in 6 months' time. Why 6 months?
Well, Belisa is working on something, but I hope it doesn't take too long because I'm not going to wait that long either. As I am not going to, I need communities, and I know we need planning and these and things like that, but sometimes when you plan things, we Belize are not good at planning, honestly. So like you say, we need to get out there and just, put some golf cart between the big truck there. My plan is to get out there on the boats behind the island there, we'll start from there and come into the island. And we need to get it done.
The first thing to do is stop those trucks today. So they know that we are doing something. We can't, if you go home right now, you forget all about this.
Very true.
Okay?
It's a Belizean thing.
Okay, Carla, thank you very much for calling.
It's a Belizean thing, boy. Well, he said it's true, Eden. It's very true. I have tried many times that people, and I have seen it because I have stand for many things, and I have seen when the pressure is on, the people there, but as soon as the pressure go, everybody just find their own corner and forget about it.
Yeah.
So it's very important that we stand, but we need a planning, like how Billy said, it does need a planning, but we cannot wait, like you said, a whole month, 6 months for that, because then this is urgent, something urgent. They need to stop all of that they're doing right now. And more they come up.
Yeah. Well, Oscar, this morning, I guess the message is out that there is a concern with regards to some of the developments. While there are others who abide by the law, and make sure that they do their development the way it's supposed to be, others, it looks like they're doing it without any barriers.
Yep.
Barry is telling us that he's seeing this happening in Kikaka as well on the north side. Have you been to Kikaka? Have you seen what's happening there?
I have. Well, I know I go much, but I haven't gone to the north side. But it's gonna be happening everywhere because, like I said, with the investors, they come, like how Billy said, they don't come here with money. They come here broke and go back with money. They come here and they find people to invest.
Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Aiden. Good morning, Dan. Good morning, all these wonderful people that seem to want to protect the environment. On that subject, my view is Abner was correct. I do think it's too late. The most destructive project by the government is coming up, as Andre Perez announced proudly on the morning show a few weeks back. The dredging from the river all the way to Ramones to make fake beaches like Kikaka did. Of course, when Kikaka did it, they destroyed Holshan because all that dredging silt went out and killed the microbe that lives in the coral. Thereby, the coral died. Thereby, the sea urchin left. Thereby, pretty much everything else left out there. In any case, it is too late, unless, like this gentleman who I don't know who it is, stated we got to do it now, not tomorrow. And that is the only way it's going to stop. Because the politicians, as everyone else has explained, and I've explained for decades here, they don't seem to care. They seem to think this world movement for profit margins called sustainable development is the way to go. Well, it's the way to go if you want to make a whole bunch of money real quick and then make nothing for the rest of the future. Okay, that's enough about that subject because everybody knows how I feel about it. A different subject. Food. I found something so delicious that I even thought about not telling about it, because the public needs to know about this one.
What
this
is?
Okay, we all love, Aiden, you know, we all love Tres Leches cake, correct?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Now, have you ever had chocolate Tres Leches cake? Annie's Bakery has just brought that product out. I've never heard of it before, but I can't get enough.
Well, Annie's, I'm coming over.
Now, and I pig out like I know I shouldn't do.
One question I need to ask you about this project you're talking about from Ramon's. Where did you hear about that?
Andre Perez came on the Reef Radio show a few weeks back.
It's the beach reclamation program. The beach reclamation program.
From the river all the way to Ramones, they were going to dredge to make fake beaches, just as Key Cocker had done. And so much for the coral that's in front of San Pedro town.
That's a good idea.
It's a terrible idea.
That's a terrible idea, yes.
The Red Party, a few years back, brought in 3 experts. They gave 4 recommendations. Each one of those recommendations were negated, and projects went on as the foreigners wanted. Then the Blue Party brought in 2 experts about dredging and how to save our beaches. And the dredging continues, the dock building continues. It's just ridiculous when world-class experts are paid really good money to come here and advise us how to save our beaches, and every one of the recommendations is just tossed to the wind like it was nothing. That's insane. That is insane kind of talk. It's like Billy Leslie when he said one night after one of my talks on prop guards, Billy stands up, and I don't get me wrong, I love Billy. Since he was a teenager playing, such a good five-a-side player, and a respectable individual he grew up to be. But at the end of the meeting, after my talk about prop guards, Billy stands up and says, and I quote, this is a direct quote, "That's all well and good, but those things won't work in our waters." Oh boy. Can you find a brain cell that makes sense out of that? Not me. But in any case, the environment's being destroyed here. I do believe it's too late, and it won't stop. The billionaires from around the world, they don't give a rat's ass about this place. They're just looking for profit margin. But something to me more important, Annie's Bakery. Oh, chocolate. I'm telling you.
Tell Alice we need to get out. Just like
like that. But oh my God, everyone out there. I know I'm cutting my own throat here. I'm slitting it twice on both sides because I love it. I can't get enough of it. It's one of those foods that just hits the palate, hits every portion of the palate, and just drives your brain into nirvana.
All right, Moose. Thank you very much for the call, all right?
You're quite welcome.
Okay, good.
You're quite welcome. And thank you, everyone who is finally standing up to fight this destruction.
All right. Thank you. Moose.
Good audience today.
The Moose. So, Oscar, what's next for you?
Well, next, like I said, I'm going to wait till Billy, see what he's going to say. If not, I got to start something because, like I said, the people are eager now to stop it because tomorrow will be too late. Everybody's saying the same thing. Because then if we don't stop this, everybody will feel like you could do it. But this need to be stopped. It's very urgent. Because with all these bad weathers when they come and all this sediment going to the reef, our reef already not even look too good right now.
Well, you're out there.
I'm out there every day.
You're out there, so you know what's
and
happening.
Then that mangrove will destroy all the habitat for the fish. That's the most important part, is to destroy the habitat. So we don't have no fishing or no kind of activity after that. Because tourism, the people, like how somebody said, once this island is destroyed, they're going to go somewhere else. Because they come here for marine reserve, to come see the fish. And if we don't have no fish, what they're going to see? Or got that coral. You know what happened to Australia? The same thing, But we don't want that to happen here. So the people, but I'm happy that the people are on our side this time. All right? It looks like everybody is with us. And it's time, and I want people to put your party politics aside.
Good morning, caller. Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, caller. Go ahead.
All right. Good morning, Aiden. Good morning, San Pedro. This is Adani. And just a minute, Harley. Hold on. Yeah, Aiden, you hear me?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, you go, Danny.
Okay. Well, listen, Aiden, I have been a tour guide. I'm still a tour guide. And I have listened to some of the opinions and what people have expressed because I just recently put the Reef TV on. But the little I have heard is very, very interesting and very, very good points from each one of them. My thing is that during my time as president of the association, since then and probably before me, we have been leaning into sustainable development. And during my time, we did get $80,000 for a artificial reef project, the reef balls, just to relieve some of the pressure on the coral reefs and to also create an enhanced part of the inner lagoon or the bay for the local fishermen, commercial fishermen, and tour guides. And it was working, and I hope it's still working because I haven't been that active when it comes to fishing. But even then, and I very close working with Billy, with Pani, with Mr. Pancho Verde, and all the tour guides. And we were very kind of together on doing projects. But what hits my heart is this community here is a beautiful, friendly, lovely community, lovely people and everything. We have always come together, big in fundraising, big on this, big on that. San Pedro is always there. But unfortunately, we have not been able to come together to work and appreciate sustainable development. The environment and the ecosystem has no color. It has no blue, no red, no green. Well, green, yes, because everything is green in the environment. But I have seen also that, yes, both political parties have put their share negatively into the development in the surroundings of the beautiful Amargoski. But I have seen also in the past that while a government is in power, and I will give you a clear example when it comes to Dolphin Park at Cayo Cangrejo. We all joined, both political parties, supporters, fishermen, everybody, and we stopped it because that was going to happen in Cayo Cangrejo. But lately, in the recent years, Cayo Rosario has been an issue. I remember the big protest with folks going there, and at that time nothing was happening then. But now I don't see anyone protesting, nobody standing to fight Cayo Rosario. And if you look at the Placencia guys protecting that flat, they were successful. The government acquired that and put it as a reserve. Yes. Here in San Pedro, 2/3 of its surrounding has been declared reserves. And reason why I called today, because I go to the road up north and I see big trucks coming with a lot of puntales, bush sticks. They're destroying either private properties or they are already probably getting into the reserve, which is 11,000 acres of a reserve. That's far north. We are destroying, we are accepting, we're tolerating all these things, and we are seeing it. So San Pedro is an island, and yes, it's kind of connected to the Mexican border, very shallow Bacala Chico. And of course, we have the wildlife swimming in, like deers, wild pigs, and put it there. But if we keep destroying the little jungle or forest we have there, we're destroying the habitat of those wildlife. So that's only one. The other one is this one that I have been. Remember, I was mayor for 9 years, and I was not a perfect mayor. We are humans, and we all put a percentage of negative development. We have to accept what we do. A lot of people don't. But my thing is this. I have always prayed and trying to see if we can accommodate the sewer system in the DFC area, San Pablo, San Marcos, Altamar, all those areas that have been developed for many years, and the people are waiting for sewer. As we speak, with all these rains, there's flooding all over the place, and all the sewer leaks are going into the inner lagoons, and that's where the mangroves play an important role. The mangroves is a filter, is a natural filter. So we have been putting a stress to the coral reef. It's not only the global warming and the global change and all that. We, the humans, the people living on this island, are putting pressure on the reef. A lot of us still have septic tanks, unfortunately, because the system has not reached to the certain subdivisions that continue to develop. And also, we the people, I see it, I saw it on my time, I'm seeing it on Wally's time. People are still dumping garbage on the ocean, garbage on the street. We need to stop that. This has been going on with all the councils before us, and we still haven't learned to be a clean, healthy, with high hygiene society.
Danny, Danny, ¿me escuchas?
Yes.
You mentioned something there with the unity that Placencia have, how they stop that. One of the problems we have on this island is because I was an evidence of that. One of the problems we have on this island with coming together, I remember being campaigning on the last election, for this political party. There were so much people that were fighting for the same cause. I remember burning fire by you, from me, even me burning fire by you. All right, so, and one thing is that people are too political connected on this island that they can see the destruction and they will not stand. And people that are in position, they come to that position. And that's one of the problems we have on this island. And right now, this mangrove situation, they watch no political color. This will affect everybody. And this is one of the problems we have. We don't have unity. We don't have the people to stand. If we try to do a protest, maybe 10 pelones went out there from the opposition, and then the other ones, that is one of the problems we have here. And this is one message I want to send out to the San Pedro people. We need to put that aside. Now, what the reason we don't have unity.
That's exactly what I have mentioned. That's exactly what I have mentioned when I mentioned that the environment, the ecosystem has no color. I gave you an example of Cairo Rosario, and that's the exact thing. What's good for Peter is good for John. So it doesn't matter which party is in power, The environment has nothing to do with politics. But we humans make that mistake. So we have to learn to get together. And I think educating the newcomers into the tour guide business is a plus. I think it's good because they teach them how to protect the environment. But again, look, I will give you a very simple example. We worked so hard to get a tour guide license into effect that I think, if I recall, I think that happened during Honorable Henry Young, if I recall. But anyway, we go to these, we take the courses, they give you a big thick book and you study it and everything, which is fine, nothing wrong with that. But yet, you see a lot of kayaks on the reef. People have no training, no education how to protect the coral. They just go and throw half black as an anchor on top of the coral head, swim, walk, and the minute you see the kayaks coming down, you go there, you will find snorkel, fins, knives, everything, because they don't know. But we, the tour guides, are learning to protect it. But we have not legislated how to deal with these kayak problems that are on the reef. So it defeats the purpose. But I'm just giving you little examples. If we are serious about getting into sustainable development, we have to come together and put our political differences aside. Because, I mean, Mr. Will, Shelley, and all of you have put it, perfect. The mangroves is what protect the island. Right now, just yesterday, somebody told me that they're using dynamite on the quarries. Well, I would say quarry or quarries because I'm not sure which one, but that's what I was told yesterday. And that is a serious move when you're dealing with a very fragile environment and a very small island. So, look, we humans are putting a lot of pressure on the land and on the ocean. Because, believe you me, the amount of golf carts, each golf cart has a battery, each golf cart has so much oil, and they get grease on a weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Where's all the grease going? Where is all the oil going? Where are all these old filters that they move? Where are the leaks? People washing their buildings with different detergents or soaps, whatever, draining. People paint their houses and they clean the roller, the brushes, everything goes to the drain. You see it in different colors. Where do you think all that is draining? It's draining directly to the front, going to the reef. We cannot put a blind eye on all these things. We are accepting tourism, we are accepting development, but we are ignoring what is killing the beauty of the natural resources that we have. I have some friends that usually say, we have lived, we have seen the best of embargo ski. The future, we'll see it on the internet only. And you know, that breaks your heart because that's not what I want for my grandchildren. I have grandchildren and they have fun fishing, and I have to teach them too. And I always tell them, do not kill the fish. Make sure you release the fish, because we have to also make them learn. Because they go with other friends, with our kids, they go out fishing, they fish on the docks, they fish on the shorelines, they fish probably close to the mangroves. We all know that. But we just need to put time to educate our children, because that's what we work here for. You know, we're working to leave something for them, and they will work to leave something for their children. So we have to be united in sustainable development. A lot of the mangroves, especially here by Boca del Rio going to the Sacpago area, when you take the Charcot, all that is gone. All that thing is covered with white mold, big posts and everything, and it breaks your heart to see that, wow, there's no more this mangrove and it will never be there again. I don't think it's late. I honestly don't think it's late. We just have to put a full stop to the government, regardless of party, put a full stop that when it comes to development, they need to consult and they need to provide us with EIAs. I am not sure if these projects that are going up have EIAs. I am not sure if the quarries are being monitored. I am not sure that the cutting of mangrove, I've heard that we have offices here. If we have the offices here and these fields and this project are still going on without them, then there is a huge problem in government side. Because if we have the offices here now and nothing is being addressed, then we have a serious problem. My friends, my people of San Pedro, I have always tried to work for the best for the island, and I'm willing to cooperate. I'm willing to give ideas. But I have always tried to bring everybody together because I really, really love my island, and I know you all do, and we welcome everybody, but they need to come together. We need to come together to save the island, because the island, if it continues the way it's going, I think, like some people mentioned, if a hurricane was to come, it'll split this island not in four, but in a lot of different sections all over this stretch of beautiful island. So I think we are still on time to save, but again, time is of essence. We cannot be waiting too long. We have to put a full stop to what's going on. And yes, we have to understand that we welcome investments, we welcome development. It has to be sustainable. And also when it comes to the pointing finger and blaming this one and blaming the other one, we need to stop that. We just need to get our act together, because when you buy a property, if it's 1 acre, 2 acres, 3 acres, there is a percentage of land use. You have to leave some that you cannot touch. Every subdivision is supposed to have a 10% open area or green area, but even that has been sold. So those are the little things we have to get on top. And it's nothing malicious, it's nothing against the blue, it's nothing against the red, the green, the yellow. It doesn't matter. It's the environment. It is the natural resources. Once you touch what is natural, it is very difficult to bring it back. Very difficult. I was very, very against dredging in the front to create beach, even though that's what the tourists want. But sometimes you have to question, the tourists want beach. If we do what they want, we'll destroy the beach and destroy far more. We're going to destroy the reef, we're going to destroy our livelihood, and we will be a ghost town or a ghost island empty. So we just have to have a balance. We need to have a balance, and I think if a lot of heads come together, we can work, because every single person have an idea, and we have to learn to listen. That's what I think. But again, nothing personal against no one, nothing against no political parties. Let's move on. San Pedro is still in the right time to make the change for a better sustainable development for everybody to enjoy, my grandchildren, your grandchildren, and everybody's great-grandchildren. So let us not be demoralized. Let us not go down. Let us stay positive. Let's work together. And San Pedro is here. San Pedro is a beautiful town, a beautiful island, beautiful people, food, water. That's why people come. So let us keep it going that way. With all that said, let us pray and let us have, good prayers and get the blessings of the good Lord for the island to be successful now and in the future. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you very much, Danny.
Yeah, it's not too late. It's not too late. And one of the main things is what I will start is putting back the mangrove, That one, because it could happen. There's nothing impossible. If we could do the reef where they're underwater, why we can't plant a tree?
No, that's true. Yeah. That's true. Well, Oscar, it's what, 41 minutes after the 8 o'clock hour?
Pass the time.
A
good show.
I want to thank you for being with us this morning, and to all those who called in. Thank you much. You hear the sentiment of the people out there. You heard the sentiments of the people calling in, and I think that that the community is well aware of what is happening, and there is a concern. Yeah. There is a concern.
So I ask the community, the moment we put this thing together, we want you to, leave what you're doing that day and close stores if you have to. Business owners, tour guides, and right now, I want it to be done in this time because it's a slow season. Slow season, so it's good time to do it because we have all time. Because we don't really want, people from borrowing from their job. We need those boats out there because, to be honest, if they have been knocking doors and they don't listen, it's common sense that what they're doing is destruction. So they know better, Eden. So there's no way you have to go baby them and tell them, oh, don't do this, all right? So now it's time. That is too late now. It's time to the people to unite, come together, and demonstrate, because that is the only way they will listen. And the next thing, you don't listen, next election, out of there. All right, we have better people to put in the office. All right, so you're not banned there. I would have we that want to put you there. So, pay attention one time if you don't want to happen to you, because I am ready to put a stop to this.
Well, Oscar, I want to thank you for being with us, and keep us posted as to any development, any movement that will be done. Let us know, and as Billy said, likewise, he will be seeing what will be the next move.
Yeah, we're definitely going to come on the show, and I'll get together with Billy and help him plan this together, and we can try put something, because it's not about us, it's about the environment, about the island, and about future. All right, thank you very much, San Pedro. Thanks for supporting this show today. I hope everybody got the message. All right.
Thank you much, Oscar. Thank you much to our viewers, listeners. We take this opportunity to invite you for tomorrow's edition of Good Morning San Pedro. Until then, you do take care.
Someplace South Coffee Bar serves you delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with your favorite drinks, cocktails, and 2-for-1 on mimosas all day long. Friday nights are steak nights at Someplace South, offering surf and turf, filet mignon, and USDA ribeye. Accompany your meals with our California wines made by Belizean winemaker Joseph Smith. For reservations, call us at 628-5373 or email us at someplacesouthcafebar@yahoo.com. We are located on the South Road, half a mile past the Victoria House. Our entertainment for Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays include Coconut Trio, Dennis Wolf, and Valentino. When in San Pedro, Someplace South is a must.
Welcome to Spice Pharmacy and Cosmetics, your pharmacy with a little bit of everything. From proteins and natural multivitamins by Alpha Products to keep you on track for that perfect fitness goal. Cosmetics, we got it too, from Revlon, L'Oreal, and Maybelline.